She only wanted dating advice, but asking her best friend to teach her how to attract men unlocked a love neither of them was prepared for. At 24, Nya Carter had learned how to laugh off rejection with grace. She was curvy, confident on the outside, and painfully insecure on the inside. One rainy evening in her apartment in Atlanta, she sat across from her best friend, Daniel Kim, 27, scrolling through her phone after another failed talking stage. With a forced chuckle, she sighed and said, "I think men just don't find women like me attractive." Daniel looked up immediately. He'd known Nya for 5 years since college, long enough to know when she was pretending not to hurt. He frowned. "That's not true," he said softly. She shook her head and met his eyes. "Then teach me," she said. "Teach me how to be attractive enough for men to actually want to date me." Daniel laughed at first, thinking she was joking. But when he saw the seriousness in her eyes, his smile faded. He hesitated. Nya had always been beautiful to him, but that was a line he'd never crossed. "You want me to, what? Be your dating coach?" he asked. "Yes," she replied quickly. "You're honest. You understand men. And you're my best friend." After a long pause, Daniel nodded. "Okay, but we do this my way. No changing who you are, just enhancing it." Neither of them realized they had just opened a door that would be impossible to close. Their first lesson wasn't about clothes or makeup. Daniel surprised her by saying, "Confidence isn't about hiding your body. It's about owning it." Still, he helped her refine her style-fitted dresses, better colors, softer makeup that highlighted her features instead of masking them. When Nya stepped out of the fitting room in a deep emerald dress, Daniel froze. She laughed nervously. "What, is it bad?" He swallowed. "No. It's dangerous." She didn't notice the way his hands clenched, or how his heart betrayed him with a rapid beat. Daniel suggested mock dates, coffee shops, dinner conversations, body language, eye contact, compliments. He played the role of the interested man while giving feedback. "Lean in when you laugh. Hold eye contact a second longer." But every time she smiled at him, every time she brushed his arm by accident, Daniel felt something twist in his chest. This wasn't supposed to feel this intimate. And yet, when she said, "Wow, I feel seen," his chest warmed in a way he couldn't explain. Within weeks, Nya landed a real date, Marcus, a fitness trainer she met online. She was nervous but glowing. Daniel helped her pick her outfit, even sprayed her perfume on his wrist to check the scent. When she left, Daniel sat alone in his apartment longer than he expected. The silence felt heavy. For the first time, jealousy crept in, quiet, unwelcome, undeniable.
Nya returned that night quieter than usual. "He said I was pretty for a thick girl," she said, forcing a laugh. Daniel's jaw tightened. "That's not a compliment," he said sharply. She shrugged. "It's something." Daniel surprised himself by saying, "You deserve someone who sees you fully." The way he said it made her look at him differently. For the first time, with curiosity. Their lessons became less structured. More laughter, longer hugs, late-night conversations about childhood, culture, and dreams. Daniel talked about growing up as an Asian man who never felt enough. Nya listened in silence, then squeezed his hand. "Funny," she said. "We've both been taught we're not the first choice." Their fingers lingered together longer than necessary. Neither pulled away. Daniel encouraged Nya to attend a friend's party without him. "You'll do great," he said. She did. Men noticed her, approached her, flirted openly. But when she scanned the room, her eyes searched for someone else. Daniel, at home, refreshed his phone more times than he cared to admit. That night, slightly tipsy, Nya called Daniel. "I did everything you taught me," she said, "but none of them felt right." "Why?" he asked quietly. "Because none of them were you," she whispered, then froze. Silence stretched between them, electric and terrifying. When Daniel arrived to walk her inside, the air between them was thick. "Nya," he began, but she stepped closer. "Tell me I'm wrong," she said. He didn't. Their lips hovered inches apart before he pulled back. "If we cross this line, everything changes," he said. Her voice trembled. "Maybe it should." Daniel withdrew. He canceled hangouts, answered texts late. Nya felt the loss deeply, more than she expected. Dating felt pointless now. One night, she confronted him. You can't teach me how to be loved and then disappear, she said, tears in her eyes. I didn't plan this, Daniel confessed, but somewhere along the way, I stopped pretending. His voice broke. I fell in love with you. Nia's breath caught. The fear she expected never came, only relief. I asked you to teach me how to be attractive, she said softly, but you taught me how to feel worthy. She stepped closer, and I think I fell for you long before I admitted it. This time, when they kissed, there was no hesitation, only certainty. Friends were shocked. Some questioned the pairing. Others made comments about race, body type, and unexpected couples. Daniel squeezed Nia's hand. We don't owe anyone understanding, he said. Only honesty. Dating felt different, comfortable, intentional. They learned each other's flaws up close. Daniel's emotional restraint. Nia's fear of abandonment. They argued. They talked. They grew. One night, Nia admitted, I was scared no one would ever choose me. Daniel kissed her forehead. I choose you, every day. She cried, not from pain, but healing. They stopped coaching. Nia didn't need tips anymore. She was radiant in her authenticity. Daniel admired her openly now. She laughed one evening. So, was I your hardest student? He grinned. My favorite. At a friend's gathering, Daniel introduced her proudly. This is Nia, my partner. No explanations. No apologies. The way he said it made her stand taller. Months later, Nia reflected on that rainy night when she asked for help. She hadn't become smaller, quieter, or different. She had become loved exactly as she was. Nia rested her head on Daniel's shoulder and smiled. I asked you to teach me how to attract men, she said. Daniel kissed her temple. And I learned how to love a woman. If you believe, love finds you when you least expect it. Subscribe to Velvet Empire for more emotional, realistic love stories.